Hi, it's Jeff.
And Denise from Mousesteps.com.
And this is episode number 79 of Mousesteps Weekly.
Sponsored by Theme Park Connection in Orlando, Florida.
Yes, now in Orlando and now open. We'll have
grand
some more.
reopening, and we'll be talking about that later.
That's correct.
And Maple Leaf Tickets in Kissimmee, Florida.
Right, our official ticket agency. The best deals on tickets in town. And check them out also.
And we'll be talking first. We're going to have a lot of Christmas. We're going to talk first about the Grand Floridian Gingerbread House, which is in its 15th year.
Yes, 15th year, and we were very lucky to be there on the actual opening of this year's festivities.
Well, we got up early. That's how lucky we were.
Well, lucky, yes, we were tipped off is what it was.
And the chef actually cut a ribbon. I guess I was told this is the first year they've cut a ribbon. I didn't know that. Every year I keep thinking I'm going to get up early to see this, opening, but it's the first time we did.
And look at all those goodies. We actually got a piece of that goodie.
We did. We purchased the Mickey head with the chocolate because you should try something.
And it was really good, actually.
It was good.
The Austrian formula.
Well, they have each gingerbread house has a different recipe.
Right. And this one, the chef is from, is it Austria?
It's Austria, and it's a European recipe, and it's a denser gingerbread than you'll find at other resorts.
And they also have, of course, many little details.
Right, and it's very similar year after year. Again, it's 15 years now. Like, some of the resorts change theirs up quite a bit, where this is really a traditional house.
Now, we do know these chocolate Santas, they remain the same every year. They just touch them up. I mean, they don't make a giant new chocolate Santa every year.
Well, I don't know if they are 15 years old also, but from what we were told, they get reused, and I would assume every few years maybe they get swapped out.
We were also there a few weeks ago for the dusting.
Yes, it's like a christening almost of powdered sugar on the top and around the gingerbread house.
And that powder, the sugar, floats around in the air. You can taste it on your tongue.
And it's chef. Nice. It's a chef who does it. He gets in a crane, straps him, gets strapped in, and then he sifts the powdered sugar all over the house, and that's what creates the it looks like snow on the house.
Now, at the time that we recorded this footage at the Grand, the tree had not been installed, but currently the tree is now up.
Right. That was supposed to go up, I think, on the evening of the 20th.
Right.
And we'll be there soon enough. We wanted to go there. They have gingerbread demonstrations. I don't know if it's every day, but around 1 p.m. starting on December 1st.
Now, these little drawings on the side of the house are new every year.
All the artwork.
Yes.
And it's almost like, I guess that's a little baby Donald. And Remy is actually the one on the pin. And it's always fun to see who they're going to add to the house.
Yeah, I like Remy. It's nice to see Remy included this year.
You don't see him too often. He just got removed from Chefs de France after 4 or 5 years.
So he's out of work.
He is out of work.
He's got plenty of time to hang around the Grand.
And there is Stitch.
Yeah, Stitch wearing his Santa hat.
And we'll be looking again at more of a wider shot of Disney's Grand Floridian Gingerbread House, which actually will close on New Year's Eve.
Oh, I love it. There's the smoke.
And it's actually steam, and if you go upstairs, it smells great.
Yeah, the chef corrected me. He said we would never have smoke inside the lobby. So that was very good. Here is the house over at the Contemporary.
Over at Disney's Contemporary Resort.
Yeah, it's Mary Blair themed. It's a small world, as usual.
And this is the 4th year. Before that, they had a Pinocchio gingerbread display that they had for many years. And what I like about, and there's some hidden Mickeys, as you noted earlier. Mickeys. And each of the displays has hidden Mickeys, 15 over at the Grand Floridian.
Yeah, I'm not sure how many they have here, and they said the Grand had 15 because it was 15 years, but I don't know about that because didn't a different resort have 15?
And it could be 15 for 15 years, but Disney's Beach Club Resort also has 15.
Right.
And what I really love about here is each year they sort of do more and more in the Mary Blair theme.
Gets better every year.
And the treats are the most unique that we found at any of the resorts.
We're about to take a look at all those treats. We did talk to the chef, and the chef said that he is inspired to try to plus it every year. So we like that.
And he said, I think one of his children kind of gives him inspiration as well.
And I think one of my favorite of all the new treats is the 5-legged goat that's coming up.
And what I told
there it is.
I said that I would like to see him on a cookie and not just on a Rice Krispie treat because I'm not as big into the Rice Krispie treats.
I'd go along with that.
And the most liked on my Instagram was that hidden Mickey cupcake.
Now, what if you cut it the other way, sideways? Does it still come? Does it always come out that way?
Well, only if you do it like up and down.
How do you know?
I don't know. It's just because you know what a cupcake looks like and how you're supposed to cut it. But I think that they have the most unique options as far as if you're looking for treats.
And here we go, the original five-legged goats, not edible.
Not edible. And I just wanted to mention the chef again, Jeff Barnes is his name. And he told us that this year they would be open until January 5th.
So that's great. A little bit of bonus time.
A little bit extra time.
So now we're off to Disney's Beach Club Resort.
Yes, and this is a gingerbread carousel. They have it every year. I think it's 11 years, but not quite as much as a Grand.
And here is that iconic lighthouse from the Yacht and Beach Club made entirely of chocolate.
And it has the rocks and the shipwreck boat.
Yes, very, very nice.
And what I really love about these horses is that they're similar from year after year. Like there's one of the horses coming up, not this one, this is Holiday, which is probably my favorite with the castle on top. But the next one has been Winter and has been Jack for Jack Frost, and this year is Snowfia.
Right, so it's basically the same, just renamed and tweaked a little bit with some different things. One of these horses has something I always like, I look forward to every year. It's little candy cane horseshoes.
And that's the next one, I believe, right here.
Oh, is this it? This is
yes.
the candy cane?
And I'm trying to see what his name is. There's
Jingle!
But Jingle, that's funny because Jingle doesn't seem to match as much as sometimes.
And there's the little characters also made of chocolate on the bottom that are rethemed every year.
Right, and they're actually not, every year they're not rethemed, but they were this year to more of a beach theme.
Oh, that's true.
I love that.
And here we are, now we're over at the Yacht Club, hence the boat in the tree.
And at Disney's Yacht Club Resort, they have a train display, which they've had for a number of years. And it's funny because Disney's Wilderness Lodge used to have a train display, so I have heard that maybe it is the same display moved.
Very suspicious.
Not too suspicious.
But I think that's probably true. And I think these guys are new.
I think Rudolph and Clarice are new this year. This side of the train set, there's like half that's mostly a village and half that's more like Disney, a lot of Disney.
Yeah, I believe a lot of these pieces are available for purchase.
Including Lightning McQueen and Mater. I believe these are Department 56, I believe is the name of it.
Right, and I think we've seen them at Epcot and Art of Disney and places like that.
And on the village side, you have Marceline's homemade candy. And that's a little something that is different where I mentioned not too much Disney on this side. But that's a little nod.
Yeah, it's a nice little tribute to Walt's hometown. So, and it's very, it's a very quaint, small little hometown village right there.
And there's a guy with a snowblower.
I feel bad for that guy because he's been shoveling or blowing that snow out for years. And he never gets anywhere. I'm just glad we don't have to do that anymore.
And over at Disney's BoardWalk Resort, there is a totally new gingerbread display that's really more store than anything else.
Right. It's much less elaborate than the big train they used to have. And I think it was
a fireplace. And you had like Donald, you had characters in there. And this is just really a shop.
But we did buy one of those gingerbread cotton candies. And it was actually one of the best gingerbreads I thought we had on our little tour.
I thought they were all very good. The interesting thing is here, you have the cotton candy on top. It really is very well suited to Disney's BoardWalk Resort.
I think they're finally getting smart, though, putting the fences around these houses, because in previous years, after a week or two, we'd get there and people would eat off the house. They do.
They eat off the house.
Oh, and there's a hidden Mickey there. I bet you that'll be gone. Hopefully not. We do not encourage you eating this stuff. It cannot be good.
I wouldn't eat it.
It cannot be good, no.
Buy one and eat it. But I wish they would still do, like last year they had a house and they had the fireplace.
And remember, there was a train, like a big train that went by around that firehouse, too.
The fireplace.
Correct.
And I keep saying, let's go back to see if the fireplace shows up, but so far it hasn't.
No, it's not coming.
I want it back.
You know why? Because those two evil chairs will scare it away. If I wouldn't want to be there either.
Those chairs have like their own Facebook page.
Here we are at Epcot. You went over to Epcot the other day, and then I had gone with you to Epcot, so it's a composite of our two little trips.
And this is the front topiary. I was going to say, did you take this? But I must have taken it because you didn't see the topiary.
Yes, I'm only seeing it right now. This is the first, and I see he has ice skates on.
Right,
which is very cool.
They both have their ice skates ready to go.
Yes.
And you have the Bambi and the Thumper, which we'll see also in a minute.
There's Bambi right there. I don't know if you got a shot of Thumper.
Did I not?
I have not seen Thumper, so apparently not. So you're saying Thumper is there too?
Thumper and
I know Stitch was supposedly there.
Yes, and Stitch is in the back. Didn't you see the pictures?
I did not. I did not see. I've been busy putting this together here.
And there's Mickey and Minnie on the way to World Showcase.
And the Epcot tree, where they used to have a nice tree lighting many years ago.
We've been moving quickly here. And these are new, like snowflakes in World Showcase.
In every country should have balls. Don't you agree?
We had a big discussion about this.
Yes, of course.
This is new in France for this year. And I love seeing new decorations in World Showcase.
I love these. I think they're very nice. And I think, didn't you say that one of the storytellers will be right in front of this one?
Really close, like right within a foot
Papa
or so.
Noel, I believe. Papa Noel.
Very close. And this was very exciting to me. There was more decorations than ever at the train set in Germany.
Yes. Much intricate detail, more so than previous years.
Well, you've got the wreaths in the trees and all the bows and tree. It's awesome.
Now, I haven't been in here live. This is the video that you shot.
I shot it with my camera.
And this is the new Stave Church display for Disney's Frozen.
Right. And I was in there a while. It was actually quite crowded most of the time I was in there. It's very small, but they have, these displays.
It's the real Elsa.
Yes. This dress was created by like a mother and a daughter, and what happens is this display is about items that were the inspiration for Frozen.
I see. The inspiration.
Right. This is not a Frozen display. This is items that are really from Norway.
Well,
and
how come
inspire.
we're seeing Anna?
Well, you see, because they want to, they want people to go see it. They want guests to see it.
This is a model of a real Stave church, which looks very suspiciously like the one you're in right now.
Very suspiciously, yes. It is very similar. And it's a nice little display. And the guests were walking around, and everybody was so excited about Frozen.
And this must be one of the little, what is it called?
It looks like a canoe. Like, I didn't see something that actually said what it was, and maybe I...
Kristoff, that was Kristoff right there.
And this is just saying creating the world of Frozen and how, much detail they put in. They take their trips, the animators take trips to places like Norway, and they get photos and, just study it.
Definitely looks like a nice display. I can't wait to get back to Epcot together and
we have a video with more.
Yeah, we'll have the full video is already up. Also, we went to Theme Park Connection for the grand reopening in Orlando by the Florida Mall, and you could see they had food, they have hamburgers and hot dogs.
We had run over from our stay at Gaylord Palms.
Yeah, so it was really nice to get out and check out Theme Park Connection for the grand opening. Here he is, the world-famous Brian Ramsey, official mascot and manager of Theme Park Connection.
And we were there for a couple of hours, and I guess they had hundreds of people.
Brian told me they had over 500 people, something like 588 people. So that's pretty good for a grand opening. And there is an actual Disney Legends Award and an actual Disney legend.
And that's Bill Sully Sullivan. So we had a little talk with him.
Yes, we had seen him do presentations before, I think at the Epcot 30th event.
And right here you can see some signage from Disney's Polynesian Resort.
Yeah, there's always so much stuff of interest to us. And it's kind of funny. You usually tend to gravitate to one area of one of these stores, and I always gravitate to a different area.
Well, we both like the paper products. I actually will usually head first to the T-shirts for $4. Most of the T-shirts are $4.
Vintage, a lot of vintage stuff.
Like 25th anniversary and shirts like that. So I actually have quite a few shirts from Theme Park Connection.
So 25th anniversary, you're looking for the Castle Cake shirt.
I know,
your personal favorite, the pink castle.
I hated the Castle Cake, but on a shirt it's great, but not in the park.
Well, I found some great paper items, some nice annual reports and things like that. So always a lot of treasures to be found.
Magazines for like $1. I mean, there's items that are under $1 here, and then obviously they range up to thousands of dollars.
Well, now that Theme Park Connection is opened in the new location, I'm sure we'll get back on a more regular basis.
Right. It's really more on our way to things, and it's on the way from the airport also. If you're in town and you have a car, it's a great location to stop at.
So for more information, just go to themeparkconnection.com. Check them out. We highly recommend them, and they've been a sponsor of ours since show number 1, so long time. We appreciate it very much.
And we were so excited to be invited back to Gaylord Palms for a 2-night familiarization stay to see ice again.
Highlight of the holiday season. I loved it. Always have a great time. And there is the view from our suite.
And they have 2 million lights here, which is more than almost any theme park I have ever been to.
So the main reason they had us out was it was the grand opening, actually a media preview for ice. With a Frosty the Snowman this year.
And this said, don't open until November 23rd. They broke the rule. No.
They sent that young man there dressed in his pajamas.
And I always enjoy the previews because there aren't so many guests here and you can really get photos and video. But we were in there an hour and I ended up with red cheeks, all the next day.
You had rosy cheeks, so that was really funny.
I needed to put the scarf over my face.
But this year it was Frosty the Snowman. And I think we both agree this is our favorite ice, at least in the last 3 or 4 years.
And I actually enjoyed the DreamWorks. I always enjoy ice, no matter what the theme is. But this was my favorite because it's such a classic story, and we just got to watch it again.
Well, before we get too far, why don't you set up ice? Let people know what ice is in case they're not familiar.
Okay, well, this is 2 million pounds of ice carved into a story, and this is every year. I went to like the second one, which was many years ago, and we've been to the last 4 or 5. And Chinese artisans from Harbin, China come, and they have 40 of them carving ice.
And we will meet them, and we'll actually see one of the artisans later on. And we should also mention that it is 9 degrees in
9
there.
degrees.
So you want to dress accordingly.
Double socks,
Gloves are a definite must.
Scarf, especially over the face. That's where I get the coldest.
Now, this is one of my favorite parts of all. It is the ice slide.
We love the ice slides.
The first time we went on the ice slide, the preview day, we really got some speed.
We did. It was really fast.
And here we go. This is my first attempt on the ice slide, and look at how fast. And there you are taking a picture of me. I thought that's quite funny. And I did it a second time.
I took some photos going down too.
And we really got some speed. Every other time though, we kind of had to waddle down. So
we did a couple times, but I really enjoy when you get the speed going.
He is the best belly whopper in the world.
I really, this is my favorite scene. This is one you might stand for a few minutes, and you don't want to rush through ice. You could be through ice in like 2 minutes, but really dress up and dress warmly and just enjoy it.
Right. Take your time and take in the story. I mean, it actually has some little emotional pulls at some point.
Well, especially here. Mm-hmm.
And she is so sad because Frosty is her friend and he's going away and he's melting. So, and it's kind of ironic because all of this will end up melting eventually.
Eventually, but after I believe it's January 5th, and here is Frosty with Santa.
And this is that new section, the Frostbite Factory.
And this is where the artisans actually show us how they do their carving.
Right. So I guess this sort of represents the pieces getting ready to be put together, sort of unfinished. And here is one of the artisans now.
And we were told that of the 40 who actually carved ice, 20 of them stay on, sort of rotating, not only to show us how it works, but also to just fix things, during the exhibit.
Right. And they don't speak any English. They actually have translators, but there are very few translators, and it's tough to really communicate.
We have a friend who could translate.
That's true.
I hope he comes so we could bring him.
So what's going on here is he had to stencil some more stars. I guess he had chipped one of the stars, and so he is doing another 6-pack of stars there.
And we saw a great train when we went back. They had a nice train already made.
Yeah, what's nice about this is it evolves. Every time is more completed.
And this is the traditional nativity, which is clear ice. It's the only place that you're going to find the clear ice within ice.
Right, and that is the one scene that remains the same every year. We had a great time and we loved ice this year.
And we will probably be back.
Yeah, that's very true. Also, they have shows.
And this is included with your ice ticket, and you can go online and see when the shows are. There are some days like Thanksgiving that great shows like this, look at the drummer, are not playing.
Yeah, this is Luminescence, and it's very much reminds me of the Trans-Siberian Orchestra style, a sort of a rockin' Christmas show. It's very fun. I enjoy it.
With the aerial act.
And the 2 million lights in the background, of course.
So really just wonderful. My recommendation is spend hours there, enjoy the atrium if you're going to go to ice anyway. Just really, take in the whole resort.
Right, maybe do a dinner or something like that. Combine it, make an afternoon or an evening out of it.
Or breakfast, like Shrek Feast.
Yes, Shrek Feast.
Shrek Feast. I don't know if it's Shrek Feast.
It is Shrek Feast.
I don't know. It's like breakfast.
And there is Fiona over there, and there is Shrek himself.
And this is really fun, and they have such a great different items to eat. But also, I love meeting Puss in Boots.
Oh, yes. Puss in Boots, and of course, the
town crier.
Town crier, yes.
And we already saw Shrek and Fiona together.
We'll be seeing them again. But getting back to some of the food, they have a little green, like it's a green melted chocolate. And you can sort of dip your...
Well, it's like a chocolate fountain, but it's green.
Right.
I don't know if it's...
Shrek-like.
Yeah, like his boogers, I guess.
Right. Very appetizing.
Well, he likes to, put his fingers in his nose all the time.
But they also have chilled salmon. They have really good crispy bacon, which I like, and waffles and eggs and many different things.
It's a very extensive breakfast.
And we went to dinner actually at the same restaurant the night before, and it was tremendous.
Also great.
Lots of good seafood and steaks, and I'm getting full.
And there's Shrek and Fiona still, and they love each other. No.
So we also went to build a gingerbread house.
Well, we didn't really build it. We put we
decorated it.
We decorated it.
It was undecorated,
right?
Just like the castle.
I guess the previous year we did an ornament the previous year, but I guess they handed out gingerbread kits, so you actually built it.
Yeah, that's how it starts. This is us at the very beginning with the base model.
And this is all we can do. Like, if we had to build it, it would not be good.
Well, we are very lucky that we had help from Gingy himself. Gingy himself came in. He was a little burnt, though. I guess his handler said he was in the oven a little too long. And you can see when he goes by...
A little burnt, a little crispy.
A little crispy. But that didn't seem to affect his judgment in his helping of building our house or decorating our house.
I don't think he helped too much.
See, look, I'm not doing the best job of putting the layer down here.
This is why we wouldn't be able to build it.
Right.
Very easily.
Right. But again, our master helper kind of snuck up on me. He took me off guard here.
This is we really enjoy this.
Yes.
And these, the kits themselves, the gingerbread house to create it here is $30. They also have ornaments that are around $15.
And if you'll see, there's a Gingy stamp autograph to the right.
Right, there. And I didn't know they had this last year, but all the characters, like at the Shrek Feast and stuff,
we should franchise that. Look at that wonderful house.
I did a good job.
Mass produced. Look at how happy you are.
I had a great time.
But we had a great time at Gaylord. We want to thank them again for inviting us again this year, and we look forward to covering it even more in the next couple weeks.
And I already have one article, and I'm still writing more.
Thanks again to our sponsors, Theme Park Connection, now in Orlando.
And Maple Leaf Tickets, still in Kissimmee, Florida.
See you all next week.
Bye.